We are the designers of On the Cobbles, which is in Thames Barrier Park. I'm Daniel Stillwell.
My name is Valeria Shlachova.
My name is Dimitrina Mitreva, but everyone calls me Didi, and we're part of Poacea.
We are a non-profit collective, which is people from a wide range of backgrounds, lots of different ideas, lots of different skills, and all of these things kind of bring together teaching and learning from each other.
We drew our inspiration from the Royal Dock's rich history as a thriving hub for trade, looking back at how the dock appeared in its shipping heyday, with countless cargoes of goods passing through encased in rough timber crates. So the design of the bench echoes this transitory character of the docks, resembling a stack of steel bended boxes dropped on a promenade, while temporarily forming a place for passerby to roam and ruminate. The name of the bench on the cobbles comes from a docker's slang term, meaning standing on a cobble street for decades, waiting outside the dock gates for work. So our intention was to create a bench that allows a glimpse into the times of manual labor and handcrafted work. On looking back at the historical context of industrial progress, we really wanted to provide the storytellers in the community with an opportunity to preserve their memories of the area. And to achieve these, Poacea organized a series of guided workshops where local community groups carved ceramic tiles, featuring their stories to be displayed on the bench as a public gallery. The clay we used is a grokked clay, which utilizes already pre-fired particles, so potentially from a broken pottery from the past, which we thought was quite poetic for the community to use, mark it with the fingers and the ideas to display the voices behind the changes in Royal Docks. The ceramic tiles became a permanent record of the captured stories of people frozen in time.
The clay workshops themselves have opened up some unexpected opportunities with local resident groups. We've made some great connections. We met some elderly residents that were involved in the building of the Thames Barrier who have been really excited to share their stories on that process, along with meeting the new generation that's just moved to some of their new build housing in the area. So just getting to learn London and compare those two viewpoints and bring those two communities together.
One of the kind of key points was we were really keen on making like a fully dismantleable structure, kind of following the idea of the circular economy. And we chose to use reclaimed sleepers as a kind of reminiscent gesture towards, again, the past of the Royal Docks and how they used to be a railway going all the way to the edge of the water. The two materials kind of combine different time periods and timelines into one piece, which is transitory in its sense, as it's not a permanent structures, which also kind of reminds us of this period where it was a thriving hub. The sleepers could be seen as like a modular element, and then using screws, making it fully demountable, also creates this opportunity for the afterlife of the materials. Once the bench is dismantled, few pieces could be put together and make a chair, like a stool somewhere, and then the rest of the sleepers could be used as plant pots or just as like a seating space somewhere else.
We also cut and constructed the bench ourselves, so that was lots of messy, noisy weekends with power tools in people's gardens.
Often, like in architecture and in work, in office, like you don't actually get to build the stuff, as you're almost slightly distant from the actual product and almost even the materials itself. So you kind of plan everything, you're trying to control it with drawings and things like that. Then when it actually comes to building it, there's always something that you might not have thought of, or something might turn out in a slightly different way.
We felt the empowerment from building and making it with our hands, learning for using tools and listen to the materials properties was really essential to our project. I think in the course of this project, we found out some reservations and gaps between the designers and local communities. And we strongly believe that collaborative acts enrich the experience and the final built outcome for all those involved in the process. So we use this competition as a real opportunity to spread Poacea's vision on collaborative engagement, fostering these intercreation between the designers and local people who can unveil their preferences and requirements.
We use the opportunity to support social enterprises with environmental and social aims, such as the forest recycling project that supplied the reclaimed scaffold boards that formed the base of the bench. And they're big advocates for reclaiming and repurposing of waste products in East London.